All right, ladies, I just wanted to show you how I, first of all, make a meal in MyFitnessPal, and second of all, how I usually log my food each day. So the first thing I'm going to start with is just by making a meal. For lunch, I'm going to have a fruit and yogurt parfait. So I'm going to start with scanning my yogurt. And some of you had asked about serving size. I always just go with whatever serving size they recommend, unless I'm going to have more than one serving. I'll add to it, but I never measure. I just guesstimate. So I'm going to put this in as one. Here's my Greek yogurt. And if you're going dairy-free, you might want to think of some other dairy alternative yogurts. I don't have a problem with dairy, so I still do eat dairy. I'm going to scan my granola in now. I'm going with the serving size they recommend. If you wanted to change the serving size, it's super easy. So like if I changed it to a cup and I knew I wasn't going to have a cup, but I'm going to have a half a cup, then I would adjust the serving size. So there's 1 cup and then I'm going to have a half of that serving size. So I'll plug that in. I've got some mixed berries. So in my history, I have all of the fruit that I've logged usually. So if I hit STR, strawberry pops up, I'll have about 4 berries, but I could adjust how many berries I have. So you just pick the one option that's best for you. I'm going to have blueberries, and I'm going to have about 1/8 of a cup, which is already on there. So that serving size is already there, 1/8 of 1 cup. I'm going to have blackberries, same thing, about 1/8 of a cup. You can adjust it if you have more of any of the ingredients you're adding. And then the last one is, what did I have? Blackberries, raspberries, same, 1/8 of a cup. Okay, now that all of my ingredients for this particular meal, okay, this is just a snack really, but are logged in. If I know I'm going to have this for the next couple weeks, or I'm going to repeat this, I'm going to make this a meal. So down at the bottom, after all of those ingredients are in, I'm going to hit this triple dot next to add food. I'm going to hit save as meal. You could take a picture of it. I don't have a picture of it right now, but you could take a picture of it. And then I'm just going to title it fruit and yogurt parfait, regular, or I'm just going to put not regular macro, I'll put with granola. And then if I want to eat it on a low carb day, I'll show you what I can do. Okay, so I'm going to save that meal. Now it's saved. So if I wanted to add this meal again, I would go to lunch, dinner, or snacks. So I'm just going to show you, here's my snacks. I'm going to go up to the top and hit meals. It'll be probably the first one that I just added right here, fruit and yogurt parfait with granola. Okay, I'm going to hit check and boom, all the ingredients are there, it's added. But let's say it's a low carb day and I'm not going to have the granola. So I'm just going to swipe to the left, delete that, but I can still have the yogurt and the berries. Okay, so you can adjust it, any meal that you have, add it or subtract things. It's just a quicker way to log your food. All right, so that's the first part. Now, I'm not going to have that twice, so I'm going to delete that. The second part is how I would go about plugging in my day. I'll keep the fruit and yogurt parfait, but I know I'm going to have Little Caesars pizza tonight at the pool. So I'm going to type in Little Caesars. I've had it before. Little Caesars pizza, 2 slices of cheese. Okay, that's what I'm going to have tonight for dinner. And I always plug in my dinner first, because that way I can eat with my family and then I can plan the rest of my day around it when I typically don't eat lunch with them, or I eat something different as they do for lunch. So I'm going to hit this for my dinner. Now, every time I hit and enter a meal or a few different foods, I'm going to go down to the bottom and hit nutrition. So I can check, I still have 81 grams of protein left, 52 grams of carbs, and I've got 37 grams of fat. So I really need to hit the protein before I go to the pool tonight, because I probably won't be back to eat anymore. So before I go to the pool for a snack, I might have a protein shake to up my protein. Here's mine right here. And I always drink almond milk with it. Okay, and the history, so it's so nice that it keeps your history. So the things you eat a lot will be kept in your history to make it a lot quicker. You don't have to scan it. You don't have to search for it all the time. Okay, so now I'm going to check again where I'm at. Still have 60 grams of protein left. I've got carbs and fat. So I have to think about how I want to add to this. So for lunch, I had already made another meal, my pizza peppers. So I'm going to my meals. I'm going to log in pizza peppers. These just have, they're baked peppers with cheese, marinara, and turkey pepperonis. They're so good. So I'm going to log that for lunch. Now I'm going to check. Okay, so I still have 43 grams of protein. I'm running out of carbs, 19 grams of carbs, and fat. Okay, so now I have to be thinking about what can I eat that has fat and protein for snacks. I've got some hard-boiled eggs, so I'm going to type that in. I'll have just one of those, but that's not right. 3.1 grams of protein, that's definitely not right. Let me find a different hard-boiled egg here. Hard-boiled egg. Okay, hard-boiled egg. Oh, it doesn't have as much protein as I thought, but it does have fat. Okay, so I'll have 2 of those. Okay, now I'm checking again. All right, still need more protein, some fat. I love to drink bone broth, so I'm going to drink a little bit of bone broth for a snack. I might have that as soon as I get home if it's early enough. Bone broth is basically like chicken stock, but it tastes a little bit richer or maybe thicker. It looks like coffee. It's really good. I usually have about 1.5 cups, so that's 10 grams of protein. Let's see, still have some fat. Okay, so now I might add a little bit of peanut butter, going back to that protein shake. I might put a tablespoon of peanut butter into my protein shake. So here's my peanut butter that I have. Its serving size is 2 tablespoons. I'm only going to put 1 tablespoon in there. So I'm going to make that a half of a serving. So half of 2 is 1. There we go. All right. Now, I should be coming low on those fats. Okay, so I still have protein and carbs. All right. This is where dairy comes into play for me because I still love my dairy. So I'm going to go back to lunch and I'm going to have a little bit of cottage cheese, which is high in protein and has a little bit of carbs. 1 container is 2 cups. So if I wanted to have a half of a cup, I'm going to start here. I'll put 1/4 of a container. Okay, so 4 half cups are in 1 container. So I'm going to put 1/4 of the container. If I just wanted to change the serving sizes though, this one only has ounces and grams. It's just hard. All right, so I'm going to go with the container. I'll have 1/4 of a container. I've got 59 calories remaining. I have 3 grams of protein, 11 carbs, and 1 gram of fat. Then if I were to look at my pie chart, my goals are 40% carbs, 30% fat like yours, and 30% protein because I changed. So I'm almost right at where I want to be. So whether I get perfectly to those goals or not, I could stop eating here and I'd be happy with my day. I'm close enough that I'm almost hitting all of those grams, but I could probably have a couple chips or something, or something little that has a small amount of carbs in it later to kind of really balance me out. But that's how I plan my day. You do it how you feel most comfortable. I just always feel like dinner is the best way to start. I feel like making meals will save you time in the long run. If you, of course, have any questions, let me know. But these are just some of the basic staples that I eat every week. And you'll get to that point. You will get to a point where you're eating a lot of the same things. As long as you're not tired of them, it just makes it easier and you know what's in them. So I hope that helps you guys, and I hope you have a wonderful Friday, TGIF. And I'm going to hop back on here tomorrow, hopefully to do a little bit of meal planning. If I don't, well, I'll talk about that later. All right, have a great day. Bye.